Now then, you lovely lot. Well, they say that confession is good for the soul, and judging by the response from my last video, I feel like we've all got a lot off our chests. Do we all feel better? I hope so. I do. I absolutely do. I feel so much better about my, as Elma put it, my, what did she say, my dirty little quilt top hoarding addiction, which I absolutely loved. Yeah, 350 comments, about 14,000 views, new subscribers, absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much to everybody who watched, who took the time to make a comment. I have tried to respond to you all. I'm hoping I haven't missed anybody, but if I have, I do apologise. I am sorry. But yeah, just absolutely incredible. Obviously touched a nerve with you all, didn't it? But it was lovely to hear all of your confessions and your encouragement, your ideas, and just to know that we're all in this together and that I'm not on my own. I know a few of you commented, like patchwork quilting classes said that it was nice to feel normal. My sister, when she watched it, she messaged me and said, "Oh, I think you've got a problem." But actually, I feel quite normal, Val. Thank you very much. Yeah, great comments, and I'm now sort of tying myself up in knots because now I'm thinking, well, I've got to knock another one out in the park, you know, to keep up with it, which is silly, really, isn't it? But I've recorded this maybe 10 times now to try and get it right, and it's not right, so we're just going to go with it anyway. And I would also just like to say, a couple of you did say that you would have liked to have seen the quilt tops open, so if you stick around until the end of the video, I have put them up on the wall and I've taken a photograph. There's a couple that we had to do out in the garden because they were too big, and you get to see my lovely husband's perfect toes, as he refers to them. But yes, if you stick around, there's a little slideshow at the end and you get to see all of them up on the wall in their beauty. And I will try and tag them, you know, with what they are underneath as well, so that you've got some idea. I have made notes because, like I say, I was getting myself tied up in knots, but thanks to Annette for identifying the one quilt top that I didn't know what it was. It was called a Jack's chain, so thank you for that. But some really great comments. I love the word flimsies, which came out. I think I had heard it before, but that was used quite a lot, so I found that really interesting. Susan said that her biggest obstacle was deciding what or how to quilt it, and I think a lot of us fall into that. I know I do. I make the quilt and then I'm like, well, I'm not quite sure how to quilt it, or if I quilt it I might ruin it because I don't feel like I'm good enough, so it goes away in the box again. So there's quite a few of us that do that. Melanie, thanks for the vote of confidence. She reckons I could get them all done in a couple of weeks. And Diane, who also said that I should have my own quilt show. Thanks, that's great. Have a word with somebody if you would. But some really, really good ideas out there. And Michelle, your comment stuck out to me because I thought it was really practical. And she said to start with the smallest, or the ones that you don't like quite so much, to prioritise them and get them done, ticked off and out your system, just enough to keep the monkey off your back type thing, which was wonderful. A lot of people were in the same sort of camp as me, you know, thought 25 quilts was actually quite low compared to some of you. I think Becky and Angelina were the largest. They were like 100 and 120, which is quite impressive, isn't it? I think I feel a little bit stressed with that amount. Becky reckoned she was going to try and do one a day for a month to try and tick them off. So I'd be really interested to know how you got on with that, Becky, because that sounds really hardcore to me. But yes, some ideas of how to work through the pile. Number one, use them for practice. So if you've got a new pantograph, or you've got a new quilt design, or you've got something new that you want to try them out with, then use those for your practice. Tying your quilts. Now that's something that I haven't done a great deal of, but yes, it's quicker. You can tie them off and get them finished and out the way. Quilt so many before you allow yourself to go on to a UFO or to start a new project. So quite a few of you out there would say that you would quilt 3 quilt tops before you then allowed yourself to go back to stitching or making another one, which is a great idea. It sort of puts a limit on it, doesn't it? Pass them along to somebody else to finish, which is great if you know somebody who likes finishing quilt. Perhaps we should set up a little rota or a little list of who likes doing what, because there were a couple of comments from people who really enjoyed the finishing, you know, the binding and things like that. Amy said that she meets up with her sister and they work their way, they spend a week just working their way through as many as they possibly can, which is a win-win, because you get to get your quilts done and you get to spend time with your sister as well, which is lovely. I think that's a really nice idea and a way of doing it. Go to charity shops, pick up fleeces, sheets, anything like that that will keep the costs down for finishing your quilts. Hand quilt them using a big quilting stitch. I'm not great on hand quilting, so I'm not quite sure that one's for me, but there you go. And the best one, which I thought really was a cracking idea, was to double bubble. So if you've got 2 quilt tops, use one as your backing and one as your top, and then you've got a reversible quilt, and it also ticks 2 quilts off your list, which I think is a great idea. So I do have a plan of attack, you'll be pleased to hear. So taking on board some of the comments that came out and some of the tips, this is my jelly roll quilt. So this one I'm going to use, I've got a new pantograph and I've got a quilt top to do for my quilt group who are doing a raffle quilt. So before I get going on that, I'm going to practice on this one. So that's going to be my trial run and we'll get that ticked off as well. I've got 2 quilts that are very similar in colour palettes. So I've got the rail fence, which is that one there, and I've got the little 4 patch. Now the rail fence is not quite big enough, so I'm going to put a strip top and bottom just to make it long enough, and then this one will be the backing for the little 4 patch. So that's another 2 ticked off the list. And then I've also pulled out these 2 trip around the world ones that I said were looking a little bit dated. When I say dated, all I mean really is that my taste in fabric has changed over the years. So to me it looks dated. But these 2 are a similar size, so in fact I think they're exactly the same size. I haven't decided yet whether to do them separately or to double bubble them and have them front and back. I think there's possibly two charity quilts there, so I think that they might go separate. I think that might be. I have got some dark fleece, so I might use that on that one, but I'm sure I can come up with something for that. So that's my plan of attack. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quilt tops ticked off the list already. Yes. So I'm going to keep going, working my way through my quilt tops. How about joining me? How about coming along with me for the ride and doing some of yours at the same time? So I'm going to aim to get some of those done. I'm not committing myself, but those are next before I allow myself to start a new project. And can I just say that we didn't even look at UFOs. That's a completely different video coming up, that one is. Right, well, thank you so much for watching and spending your time with me. Do stick around and have a reminder of the quilt tops, and do let me know in the comments down below which one you think I should be tackling next. I'm going to leave you with this little thing that popped up on my Instagram this week, which was on the EQ8 website, which I thought was quite apt actually. We get there eventually, don't we? Wish me luck.